The final day in Taichung, we first visited a cafe. They say some cafes fuel your day. This one, I'm not very sure if it makes that statement. Then we were off in search of our lunch place, but we chanced upon this market and we decided to explore it for a bit. It was really nice. It was quiet because it was a rainy day. The vintage-looking streets of Taichung has my heart. I cannot get enough of it. We were in search of this local dish called the Rouyuan, recommended by a passerby. We asked. It is an 80-year-old shop and they only have 3 items on the menu, so you best believe they know what they're doing. The Rouyuan is actually some meat wrapped in a layer of glutinous rice flour and served with some sauces. Looks rather sketchy, but I would rate it an 8 out of 10. Wow. And then we are off to our next destination, which was newly opened then. It is actually a museum. Not sure about you, but for me, there is just this thing about taking public buses. I try to take the public transport as much as I can while overseas. Checked out another coffee spot in the vicinity because there was a queue to our destination. The wait was around half an hour, but time passed pretty quickly. And then we found ourselves at the Butter Hotel in Taichung, a popular dessert shop. Not a hotel. It's crazy because the name and the experience doesn't really scream dessert shop. The Butter Hotel is actually known for its immersive, interactive hotel experience across multiple floors, complete with photo opportunities and complimentary cookie samples. There were 5 floors of interactive experiences filled with photo spots waiting for you to check out. Everything looked like it came out of a movie. Ooh, you are definitely gonna spend quite a bit of time there, taking lots of photos and videos and just enjoying these experiences. Everything there had a slight vintage feel to it, and it feels like for a moment of time you are teleported back into the past. I personally did enjoy my time there, and I definitely recommend you check it out if you enjoy these kind of experiences too. As you head to the topmost level, there is a cookie shop, the main attraction out of it all. They offer complimentary cookies for try out, even served with some tea by the side. The tea was served in an extremely fancy cup, but it was just tea. The cookies smelled really good, full of buttery flavor. The cookies were also delicious, but the price point was a little bit mid-high. We wanted to buy some back, but it had a short expiry date, so we missed out on it. On the way down, there was so much more to explore as well. It felt like the time we spent there wasn't enough. The photo spots were mesmerizing. Everything had a slight vintage touch to it. If you have a soft spot for retro things like I do, this place you shouldn't miss out on should you visit Taichung. If we didn't have to go back to Taipei on the same day, I would have spent a much longer time there, just fully immersing myself in the experiences, because these things need to be enjoyed slowly. It was an enjoyable spot that made me feel that my time there was well worth. The neighborhood in the vicinity was captivating. There was a sense of calm and quiet, a very slow, relaxing and laid-back pace. It was a huge pity we couldn't spend more time exploring the area, as we had to head back to our hotel to check out because we had a train to catch. Feels like time passed so quickly in Taichung. Felt like we did a lot, but looking at it now, it feels like we did so little. A quick last look at this enchanting city before we head back to Taipei. More on Taipei on the next vlog, but it was a huge new experience. Wow! The also familiar HSR station. If you're traveling from city to city in Taiwan, the high-speed rail makes for a good transport choice. I really enjoyed taking the HSR as well. It was a convenient and comfortable, quick ride. The seats were relatively spacious as well, and they even had an area for you to store your luggage. Unfortunately, the dude beside me was going off very loudly on his phone, but I later found another empty seat. Hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and I'll see you in Taiwan!